Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem, Rachak, Wadash. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. And salutation and much love to Yakim out there pushing out his word in truth and sincerity. This is the brother Osh from the Great Millstone Tampa Church, and just back with another lesson real quick. Update on the mark of the beast. There's some information I came across, and Esau's been doing this for a while. This is nothing new. He's been playing in this one world system, the new world order, whatever you want to call it. All right. And it's all going to be tied to the mark of the beast. All right. Everything that they're doing is heading towards the mark of the beast, whether they do crash in the financial systems. All right. They're doing all these things on purpose so they can bring in this world government, this one world government under one currency. All right. Total control. All right, but Revelation 13:16, and he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead. So if at this point in time, 2023, July 29th, you don't know what the mark of the beast is yet, then you are some serious deep shit, because all the signs are pointing to what we've been saying. It's the mark of the beast. It's this RFID microchip, which is directly tied to commerce, or the marketplace, buying and selling. Verse 17, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. So we understand that we know what it is, but the mark of the beast is going to be centralized around using it to buy the money. And what are they currently doing? They're making the money digital around the world. Russia just passed their, the bill or whatever, or signed the paperwork to bring in the digital rupee or ruble, whatever, the ruble. Okay, all these countries around the world are going digital. All right, the U.S. dollar. There's nations dumping the U.S. dollar, starting to use the yuan, digital yuan. But what is the mark of the beast? Well, we've been telling you what it was for years, and they've had this coming. All right. They've been setting up the systems. They have had the idea of this one world currency for decades now. Okay. So, I found this guy here, this clown. All right. DailyMail.uk, guy in the UK, was the first one in the UK to put this chip inside his hand. So it says, pure stupidity, man whose hand. It's like a man who's had his bank card chip implanted in his hand. And what does the scripture say? To receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads that is going to allow them to buy and sell. If you don't have it, you won't be able to. And what is a bank card chip? That same chip that you have in your card is the same technology they're going to put under your skin. The same technology. All right. Says he doesn't have to carry a wallet. Yeah, because this is going to be tied to digital ID. It's going to be tied to everything. But the main thing that the scripture indicates it as is to buy and sell it. There's no coincidence why after this scamdemic, all right, they were pushing the need for digital IDs, digital passports, digital everything. Well, and this is going to directly tie to the usage of this chip, because it's going to be an identifying factor as well. It's a branding. And how would you identify who's back in the day, right? When you brand somebody, when you brand your slaves or your cattle, it was so others could identify who's the owner. And that's what Esau wants to do. He wants to own you by marking you or branding you with this chip that is going to be implemented or implanted under your skin. It's very simple. You see here. Which we know the word there, Caragua or Charagua. A stamp. Imprinted is going to be physically imprinted. See, look, the mark branded upon horses. So you mark them. They would mark them. Even the Greeks, they've been doing that. I forgot what they call it. Even the frat fraternities, and they still do it to this day. These Greek fraternities and college boys and all that, they still mark themselves, with the branding iron. But Esau's going to give you this digital mark. That's going to be it's going to be a physical mark, but it's going to carry all this digital information in it, which you go into the word Karagma goes Karax, which is going to be the delivery method. But then you go to that, the graphos, the root word of that is going to be all to write things written. So that's going to be all the digital information, your digital ID, your digital dollars, all right, your digital passport, your digital records, medical records, so on, your digital social credit score, carbon foot, all of that is going to be written and accessed through this chip. All right. So, they're pretty much going in on him, saying some saying he's an idiot. Others say it's cool. This is the way of the future, right? Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, This Morning Today covered a story of a father being the first ever Brit to get implanted with his bank card details, allowing him to pay with just his hand. Come on, man. You don't, come on, man. But, again, there's people that know what technology is. Let me see if I can look. It says many people expressed their shock that ITV were giving the story airspace, with one user's tweeting, "Yes, let's all have a chip implanted into your organic body, the mark of the beast."
Now, I'm not sure I can pronounce his name. Can you help me with that one? Anyway?
I'm going to go Zoke.
Zoke, who is an NHS healthcare assistant, paid £350 to have the operation in Germany, in which surgeons insert a safety pin-sized chip inside his hand. Where is it? Does he point to it? I was wondering where I might put it in my finger.
Yes, they're making light of it because they're Edomites at the end of the day, bunch of devils. But there's people that know what this is. Look, the Bible is a work of fiction. Newsflash, it is it. All right, there are all these people going saying that this is crazy conspiracy, but very soon you're gonna have to make a choice if you want to eat or not. And you're gonna have to worship the beast in his image and receive his mark. Very soon, if you want to be able to buy and sell, which today and day entails everything, you have to buy everything nowadays. How you gonna you could sell? You can't sell anything. You're not gonna be able to sell nothing because how you gonna get the money, the digital dollars, without that chip? Very soon, you're not going to be able to have a bank card anymore. That's not going to be useless. You're not going to be able to use your phone. You're going to have to be verified. All right, and it's going to. You know how they've been pushing this a long time. You know how they have all these digital medias or social medias, and you can get verified accounts with the blue check marks. Twitter has it, Instagram has it all. All these social media platforms have verified accounts. Well, you're going to have to be verified. Slave. You're gonna have to be a verified slave, okay, and get a chip in you, a branding on you to verify that you're with the system, that you worship in the beast in his image. And if not, you won't be able to partake in society. The times are about to get tough. Revelation 3:10, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the earth, all the world, to try them that dwell upon the earth. So this is coming around the four corners of the earth. That's why they had a global scamdemic, right? That's why they're crashing the world reserve currency, which it's still technically, which is quickly dissipating the U.S. dollar, the U.S. petrodollar. But now the BRICS nations mainly are moving away from them, and other nations as well that haven't completely joined into BRICS, but they're dumping the dollar as well. This is all systematically being done from the top. Right? This is not just something that just happened out of thin air. This is a plan. Okay. Let's just keep going on a couple. Just look at a couple more. Look at this clown. Look at him. He's a devil, man. He's Let's see some tweets here. Stupidity, pure evil. See, a lot of people are going to buck up against this until their ribs start touching their spine. Okay, when they realize that they can't work or buy any food, all right, they're going to quickly change their opinions on this. Lest you be with the Lord. That's why we just read, since you have kept the patience in my word, will keep thee from the hour of temptation. These people are going to fall for the temptation because they're going to be, remember, like the scriptures say, they don't want to lose their lifestyles. These people aren't going to want to lose their lifestyles and all the money let's say you have $100,000 in the bank, and they tell you the only way you can use that money anymore is if you get this chip. They're not going to want to change their ways. They're not going to want to serve the Lord when they're hungry. That's going to be the last stop. What was I gonna get? Oh, love of money. That's right. Yeah. So they look. These people love their lifestyles, and what makes their lifestyle? Well, it's the fact that they have money. Because without a broke nigga ain't living a good life. You know, he living paycheck to paycheck, and even then he's not gonna be able to live paycheck to paycheck without this chip. But people that are living it up, living good, medium incomes or rich, these people are living like that because of the money. You think they're gonna want to lose that lifestyle? It says, 1 Timothy 6:10, for the love of money is the root of all evil, which while some coveted after, they have erred from the faith and pierced themselves through with many sorrows. A second. It's like it. All right. So let me go back to this here. See, people thought this was sci-fi, but look, now there's people actually, buying and selling with chips that we've been saying. Okay. And now you can't neither gainsay nor resist, because at this point, if you can't believe it, then the Lord has blinded you. Let's see what else we can find here. 4,000 people in Sweden have this. That's just a normal thing, man, out there. It's going to be the future for all of the former 74-year-old said, the former politicians said, it's going to be the future for all of us. I think when we're babies, like a pet, our cat has gotten implants so it can go through the cat flap and it identifies it. I want that to happen. And even in my forehead, it would light up with my name, but many viewers didn't share Giles' enthusiasm. Look at that, man. Even in his forehead. Come on, man. Pushing the merits of having a microchip put in us, pure evil or pure stupidity. Well, it's pure devil. All right, it's the mark of the beast. This is the beast pushing down his agenda. Let's see. I think that's pretty. I mean, it goes on. There's a lot more, but look. I mean, to how the wallet more plan works, which I've done videos on the wallet more, but it's pretty much gone into the Koroks, right? It tells you how they use the Koroks, which is the root word for Korogma, a pale, a stake, pelicide, something sharp, something that cuts you open. And it says through the idea of scratching, you go into the word scratch, it means a slight tear in the flesh. Okay, and here it says a special piercing needle is used to create an incision and space under the skin for the implant to rest. And that's how you get the mark of the beast. That's going to allow you to buy and sell, as this guy is doing. All right, and that's pretty much it on this article. Got another one here though, somewhere. Okay, so this is something I found from the internationalmonetaryfund.org. This is a transcript from the Economic Forum, the World Economic Forum, back in 2000. All right, because we've been seeing all this information come out of the modern Economic Forum. The one today, they're saying that they're gonna, now their fact checkers are coming out saying, oh, that's a lie. They're not going to implant chips in people. Well, of course, Esau's him and his fact checkers. Well, who's fact checking the fact checkers? But anyway, this is from 2000, and it says one world, one currency. Destination and delusion. And this is the actual transcript, so I'm not going to read, that's the actual transcript. I guess, they didn't have the video, but if you would like, you could go through all that. But they're pretty much saying, I read a little bit of it, and they were pretty much saying that that's what it's going to be. They're pushing, they want a one world currency. And this has been talked about for years. Okay. I'll just randomly go to a spot. Let's see. Let's see right here. It says the title of this panel harks back to a publication of the European Union. What is the EU? That's the beast. That's the EU, NATO. That's the beast. Okay, the EU specifically. This would be the beast, or the seven heads. You got the 7 heads and the 10 horns. The EU, NATO is a conglomerate that make up the beast in America as well. That's part of NATO, Canada. But it says, so why? No, it was no coincidence that the European Union would be pushing this. It says one market, one money. And what if you know how you're going to access this one market? Well, it's going to be through this mark of the beast, the marketplace. Because if you go into the word, I believe it's buy. Let me see. Go back one more. I think it's buy here in the Greek. Goes in, yeah, agrazo, the marketplace. Okay, so how are you going to attend this marketplace? How are you going to be able to buy? Well, you're going to need this chip, the microchip, that's going to allow you access to this one world currency. So, you know, just one world, one currency, many governments, many currencies. So what are they going to go for? They're going to go for the one world. This is the Esau trying to do the Tower of Babel again. So one last one. This is this is on sociable.com or .co. It's entitled "We Are Working Hard," and this is from the modern IMF or today's WEF, the World Economic Forum, and it's tying the CBDCs directly to digital ID. It says we're working hard on a global CBDC platform. Yeah, a global platform concept. It says as we've seen a move towards a digital or a global digital ID platform via the back door. The managing director of the IMF says IMF is working hard on the concept, blah, blah, blah. Given that the digital ID is a prerequisite to central banks. So they have to bring the digital ID for this CBDCs to work, because how you have to be able to identify yourself to that money, to the said money. You got to prove your ownership of it. And how they're going to do that? Well, it's going to be through this digital ID. And then eventually it's going to be that digital ID is going to be only accessible through that chip. So they're pushing this digital ID with the CBDCs. And this is coming out of the International Monetary Fund. We just read their transcript from 2000 and how they won their digital one world currency. Well, you're going to have this digital ID. You're going to have it to be verified to access this. Okay? And there goes the Baphomet sign. You know, I believe that's Morocco. You'll see, play a little bit of this.
That if we are to be successful, CBDCs could not be fragmented national propositions. To have transactions more efficient and fairer, we need systems that connect countries. In other words, we need interoperability. And for this reason, at the IMF, we are working hard on the concept of a global CBDC platform to trade and to manage risks. And my colleague, Tobias Adrian, will talk more about it later.
Yeah, they want cross-border transactions instantly through their CBDCs, and it's all on one system. It's all they're trying to take away borders, so to say. That's what they want as far as the marketplace. And to be able to access it, you're gonna need the chip. Simple as that. And it's gonna be through your digital identity. You know, it's gonna be tagged along with it, which is gonna cover financial services, food and sustainability, right? Because the carbon footprint, all this credit, the social credit scores coming. So all this is going to be centered around the mark of the beast. So, Lord's willing, this is edifying. Until next time, I say shalom.